So how does the FTK work? You need Ascended Sage and another copy of a level 4 monster on your side of the field. You then overlay these two and make a Utopia. Utopia will have gained the effect to search a rank up spell because of Ascended Sage. You then search the hyper rank up spell Utopia Force, rank up into Utopia Ray, use Utopia Force to summon a Dragna, and then use Dragna's effect to summon a Numeron Dragon. Then use Utopia Force to attach itself to the Numeron Dragon. Use Numeron Dragon's effect to gain 13,000 attack, and then on your opponent's turn, use the Dragna again to special summon a Manipulator of Souls. Then use either Mystic Walk to tribute the Numeron Dragon to gain 13,000 life points, or Destruct Potion. This will then trigger the Manipulator of Souls to burn your opponent for 13,000 life points as well. And now the deck profile. We are playing 3 ZS Ascended Sage. This is by far the best monster. This plus any level 4 monster and a way to gain life points is an FTK. Then 3 Summoner Monk. This can summon the ZS Ascended Sage from the deck by discarding a spell, so it's a really good monster as well. Then 2 ZS Armed Sage. This can be special summoned if we control a level 4 monster, so it's a good extender. And 3 Shade Brigandine. This can be special summoned if we have no traps in our graveyard, so it's a nice free summon. For the spells we are playing 1 hyper rank up spell Utopia Force. We only need to play 1 of this because it's searchable anyway. Then the other spells we are playing 3 Zexal Construction. This allows you to search Armed Sage and Ascended Sage. Then we are playing a ton of cards that are going even in card advantage. 3 Upstart Goblin because we inflict 13,000 damage anyway, so even if we resolve all 3 we can still FTK. 1 Into the Void and 1 Contract with Dawn 1000. Then some cards that go -1. We are playing 3 Hand Destruction and 1 Card Destruction. Card Destruction definitely is better because it doesn't let your opponent choose to get bricks out of their hand. More draw power, we are playing a Metal Foes Fusion that we can either send with Card Destruction, Hand Destruction, or we can send it with Foolish Burial Goods to the graveyard. For our last draw cards, we are playing 2 Xyz Change Tactics and 1 Generation Force. This can draw you 3 cards, but you need to have combo already before you can use this really, because this only draws you if you summon a Utopia monster. But you summon a Utopia monster 3 times during your combo, so this draws you 3 cards, and Generation Force can search Xyz Change Tactics, because you can only control 1 of these. I'm playing 1 Searcher and 2 of Xyz Change Tactics. Then for the other cards that we need for the FTK, we are playing some cards that gain us life points. We are playing 2 Mystic Walk. This allows us to tribute a monster we control and gain life points equal to the attack it had on the field. This allows us to gain 13,000 life points, and then we will burn our opponent for 13,000 life points as well. And the other card that we are playing to gain life points is a Destruct Potion. This is slightly better because you can trust into it if you are playing Trust. And for the last cards, I'm playing a few pricey cards. You don't have to play these, but I like to play them in the current format because there are so many hand traps. So I'm playing 2 Triple Tactics Talent because this can either draw you 2, or it can make you hand loop your opponent for 1, or it can make you take control of a monster they control if you go second. It's a really decent card, but you don't need to play this. And then 2 Trust. This is the other a bit pricey card. This is nice because it can set Destruct Potion from the deck, or it can just get you another spell that is nice to have in your hand. And finally, I'm playing 1 Double or Nothing, because sometimes you have to go second, and then this is a nice way to OTK. In the extra deck we are playing 2 number 39 Utopia, because this is really needed for the combo, and sometimes you want to go into a second one if your first one is destroyed. Then 1 Utopia Ray, you can just rank up into this with a Utopia. 1 Utopia Dragna, you summon this with the rank up spell. And then with Utopia Dragna, you summon a Numeron Dragon that you attach the rank up spell to from the graveyard. And on your opponent's turn, you can then summon a Manipulator of Souls, and Manipulator of Souls is the card that allows you to burn your opponent if you gain life points for the same amount of life points. Because sometimes you do need to go second. We are playing a Utopia Double. This combos well with the Utopias. 1 Utopia the Lightning to out Dragoon, for example, And we are playing a ton of decent rank 4s. We are playing a Babushka because this is decent versus Tempai if we get hand trapped. One Redoer because Redoer is just good against control. One Tornado Dragon, this is decent against control as well. One Abyss Dweller because this is basically an FTK against some decks as well. One Exeter Knight because this is basically a Zeus. And even if your Exeter Knight didn't resolve, you can still just make a Typhoon with the Exeter Knight or make a real Zeus with the Exeter Knight. So this deck isn't dead if you go second. I did OTK some people with this already.